the hustle spirit is the one that's closest to God. So don't be a lazy bum. You feel me? Don't be just doing the bare minimum enough to get by. Don't just do the shit that's easy, breezy, beautiful, comfortable. Don't just, do what's handed for you. That plays out in every realm of reality. Like, don't just choose a major in school because those are the only ones that's available to you, and that's not even really what you want to do. Create your own school and major, like, you feel me? And it doesn't have to look like what the fuck you see. What's a school? A school could, bitch, I can build this piece of paper up, make a motherfucking origami house, bitch, and call that a school. You feel me? And learn from that. Like, that's a school. Like, you have to be able to trust your abilities and learn from yourself. Put yourself into different situations and circumstances and in different areas of life so that you're better able to build up those uncomfortability spaces and stuff. Because, like, if you have a lot of tries, if you have a lot of gifts, if you have a lot of opportunities that you've had throughout your life, it can make you so lazy. Like, you can literally be the most talented musically person, dancer, anything in the whole entire world, but you didn't have to be put in a position where you had to pour into that talent and utilize that talent and have it come back to you and create a career path or something. Like a lot of times people who are really good at stuff, it just be their hobby, but if they poured into that, it could be so much more. So much more of a career path, so much more of a business, so much more than, and not to say that is what is meant for everybody, because everybody has a different area of life, but a person that didn't have, like, if you don't have challenges and obstacles, you're not able to build muscle. You feel me? Like, if you're not pressuring yourself, restraining yourself in certain areas, resisting, like resistant bands, push-ups, weights, like, if you don't have experiences where you have weights you have to lift up and you don't have resistant bands, it's like things stay and don't move, they're not malleable, they're not flexible. Bueno, ¿quieres una? Sí. De nada. But yeah, it's like, for me, experience, and for everyone pretty much, experience is the best teacher, and a lot of times I learn from just, putting myself in uncomfortable situations, because I gravitate so much towards comfort. Like, I love to be comfortable. I need to be comfortable. Like, I love being in comfortable environments where people get along. I love good, comfortable pillows. You feel me? I love good, comfortable material clothes. You feel me? I love to know that the people I'm around fuck with me. Like, and I fuck with them. Like, I like comfortability. I like familiarity. And so, to put myself in uncomfortable situations, unfamiliar, unknown people, places, and things, and develop that way, right? So one way I'm doing that is through, living in Puerto Rico, learning another language, having to step out of my comfort zone in different areas and build, and sometimes you don't fucking feel like it. Sometimes you'll develop this whole thing, this whole plan, this whole, whatever, and then once it's time to do it, you might not feel like it. And it's like, being able to push past the shit that you don't feel like doing is a superpower. Whether you're a parent, a mom, you're going to school, you're going to work, you have to interact with other people, you have to drive, whatever the case may be, you might not feel like doing it, but when you do it anyway, like when you go to work anyway, you stay up and finish whatever it is, or, it's like I said, you building that muscle from your experiences, like when similar energy is being presented in front of you, you know what to do now. You know how to act now. You know which way to move. You know what feelings to jump in, what world to create. You know, so the inspiration for this video is just about that. It's about, you know, the hustle spirit is the one that's closest to God. So don't be lazy. Don't have so much gifts and talents that you decide not to take any of them seriously, when that could have been an opportunity that somebody else could be praying to have, that you already have placed in front of you, but you didn't have. Like, some motherfuckers have to be strong. They have to. Like, there's nobody, there's nothing. They have to, you know. So when you can create these scenarios and create your imagination and put yourself in a position, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, where you create your own opportunities, you know, it makes you better able to just redefine and transform shit. But yeah, another inspiration for this video is just like, sometimes things irritate my fucking soul. Like, irritate the fuck out of me. And then when I would think about it, it's just like, these are scenarios you created. Like, these are scenarios you created and you're frustrated about it. So then I have to have those real conversations with myself where it's just like, don't be out here complaining about some shit when at least you got something to complain about. You feel me? Like, yo, I was in my bag, like, literally, like, not even metaphorically or lyrically. I'm just saying, like, I was literally in my bag. Like, I had my hand in my bag, right? I was looking for my money. And I had more stuff in there, and I'm like, dang, like, I can't even get to my money. This shit's so stupid. Like, I'm trying to pull this shit out. And then I'm just like, yo, at least you have money to be, like, if it was nothing in the bag, I wouldn't have nothing to be frustrated or about. You feel me? But there was something in the bag, so I have at least be grateful that you have something to be frustrated about. So don't use that frustration in the wrong area. Use that frustration about some shit in the world. You feel me? Hate some shit out in the world. Don't hate some shit that you put like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you put together. You bought that purse. You created the opportunities to be able to have the money that's going on in that purse. So don't complain about something some mundane, like you can't find your money, but you know what's in there. And, like, you know, it should be flunked as fuck. But oh yeah, another thing. You are not a good person because you let people walk all over you. That's not how the fuck this works. That's not the real world. Just because you take the shorter end of the stick, just because you the one that's willing to jump in and save everybody, just because you the person that want to mediate every situation and balance and harmonize and want people to get along, doesn't make you a better person. That doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you a notable person, a memorable person. It doesn't make you shit but stupid if you continue to allow people to walk over you, you continue to take the shorter end of the stick, and you have a physical representation of the results of if you continue to take the shorter end of the stick and you still do it. Like, that doesn't make you better. Like, you know, it's just a trash mentality to have, and it's fucked up that the world is set up in a way where it looks like that would be a good thing. Like, no, you gotta know your worth. Know your worth, especially if you have sun in the second house. If your sun is in the second house, that means that previously you did not value yourself. You did not value yourself, what you have to offer to the world. You didn't value your gifts. You didn't value your talents. You didn't value your attributes. And so now that's what you need to be acting and focusing on. Especially if you're in the season that's transiting your second house. Know that during that time, you need to be valuing the fuck out of yourself. You feel me? Now, whatever way that may look. Sometimes you can't just be passive. Sometimes you have to be passive aggressive. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. Sometimes you have to say the stuff that you wouldn't say. Like, sometimes you can't just keep shit in your mind because you don't want confrontation or because of this and that. Like, you can't, and at the same time, you can't just be reacting emotionally to everything because nobody gives a fuck how you feel anyway. Nobody gives a fuck about your emotions. Nobody, like, have some shit to say and make sure what the fuck you're saying is directed in the right area and you got the right intention. You feel me? But yeah, like, don't just be passive. Be passive aggressive. You feel me? Be aggressive about some shit in the right areas and don't allow people to just walk over you. Because everybody looking at you like you stupid. Not like, that's a good person for letting them do that. Like, no, bitch, we all mad at you. Like, you feel me? for letting people treat you like that. It's not cute. I don't give a fuck if you're old, young, somebody's parent, somebody's grandparent, or somebody's child. You let a motherfucker walk over you, you don't. Niggas don't respect you. And the more they gonna keep walking over you, a bunch of people gonna see how somebody else walking over you, then they going to do it too. They have to figure out how they can do it too. Then the people looking at both of them, then they gonna try to figure out. And then you continue to have this rotation throughout your life, and you don't understand why. You don't understand why it's the same thing at work, it's the same thing at home, it's the same thing with your kids, it was the same thing with your siblings, it was the same thing every single situation. Even when you're in the car by yourself driving home, it's a similar situation where you the one taking the shorter end of the stick. Even when you driving, like, that's fucked. And this is why Libras develop so many fucking problems, because they're always trying to balance and harmonize some shit, and you don't need to keep trying to balance and balance. Sometimes shit needs to be unbalanced. Sometimes it do need to be unbalanced. Sometimes somebody do need to go off on everybody and it's not peaceful and sweet. Sometimes you need to be cussed the fuck out, especially if it's a Gemini. If you're a Libra, you have a Gemini in your life, at your job, whatever the case may be, and they cuss you out, be quiet and listen, because they right. Like, they're right. I don't give a fuck what happened. They're right. So just, you know. But for real though, like, it's not just about Libras people doing shit to Libras, and you just, oh my god, you create narcs, you create narcissists, you create toxic people because you allow shit and allow shit and allow shit, and you got the program in your mind that that's good, and it's not. It's not. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this if I made something.